I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but apparently there was a whole bunch of Nazi artifacts found in Argentina. And real quickly, just to give you like a just a synopsis of the story, it was a collector in Argentina um, who was being investigated for suspicious artwork, possibly stolen. We don't know. The police haven't released a whole bunch of information about that, but what they did find behind a bookshelf, behind a false wall, there was a door that led downstairs into like a secret room underneath the house. And good lord, they found, a whole bunch of Nazi artifacts. They said it was over 75 artifacts. Um, and me being a history lover, this is really interesting. I don't agree with what the Nazis did, but the fact that they found all of this stuff and the condition that it's in is remarkable. I mean, there's, at one point they show a bust of Adolf Hitler that looks mint condition. Like, it looks like it was just made within 2-3 years. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play the video. It is a total of 29 seconds. So I'm going to play it uninterrupted. Here we go. That is unreal. I mean, look at that coffee mug. Look at how well all of that stuff was preserved. Look at how well all of that was taken care of. It's incredible to me. I mean, and look at this. This is actually a picture off the New York Times, and this is the bust I was talking about. This looks brand new. It, like I said, I don't enjoy Nazi history. I don't agree with what they did, but it's still history. It happened. We need to keep these things around. Now, if there's a third world war, okay, go ahead and melt down Super Hitler over here and turn him into ammunition. Yeah, I have no issue with that. But the response on Twitter and the response on Facebook and the response on social media in general has been burn this stuff, destroy it, because it's history that people don't like. Don't get me wrong, I hate Nazi Germany, just like, every other decent human being on the planet, but you can't deny what they did. And as fucked up as it sounds, there is some good things that came out of Nazi Germany. A lot of medical breakthroughs came through Nazi Germany when they were experimenting on people. Different drugs, different techniques came about through Nazi Germany that we wouldn't have today, unless you had some sick, twisted bastard like, Adolf Hitler here, ordering that this stuff to be happening. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna real quickly. I'm sorry. Those are dark, but they're beautiful. Like, I can appreciate the history behind them. And then, I mean, look at this stuff. You have the Nazi key of Germany, and you have, I believe what that instrument is on the left is it's meant to measure someone's head and test racial purity. I know they had those devices. I forget what they were called. That's what I would assume it is. And you have a relief of Adolf Hitler. And again, I don't like what he did, but this is cool. Like, this belongs in a museum. Or, if it turns out this investigation, if nothing comes up, this person is supposed to, or this person should be allowed to keep their collection. I mean, they are a collector after all. And I mean, just all kinds of Nazi stuff. It's a stark reminder to the world that while, yes, on the battlefield, they were some of the fiercest enemies we've ever fought. Look at this. These are harmonicas for children. it was an entire society, and I'm not saying that like, oh, save the Nazis or whatever. I don't care. The Nazis are dead. They're gone. But it was much more than just a fighting force. It was, it's a huge societal, historical group. And I'm not gonna lie, I would love to own that. Just to be like, look at the history behind this. I can't imagine if that was in battles at some point. I don't think it was. It looks ceremonial. But imagine if that was in battle. Imagine the stories you could hear from that dagger. I mean, ugh. And then there's an hourglass, and that's actually a really good picture of the Silver Eagle. The harmonicas again, the Adolf Hitler bust. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to show you guys. And I'm going to go back to this Hitler bust because it's just beautiful. I don't like Hitler, but the art behind it is beautiful. It's dark, and I hate it. And I know there's going to be some leftist out there that's going to go, oh, you're just a Nazi sympathizer, and you want Adolf Hitler to come back, and no. And they're going to go look at my Twitter feed and see, when I was trolling people, I would type out Heil Hitler, Hyle space Heetluhr or something, Heil Hitler. I was just making fun of it. They're going to be like, oh, you're a Hitler supporter. No, I'm not. No. But, like I said, this belongs in either a museum, if the person who owns them right now is found to be guilty of some crime and shouldn't have them, they should be in a museum. If nothing comes up, this person should be able to keep them. Now, of course, the government should be able to take photographs and go, okay, officially put this in the history of this shit exists, here's where it is. They don't have to keep a tab on it. They don't have to, like, check in with the guy every so often, but just be like, this is where we found it, and this is what it is. I don't know, I just thought this was a really interesting story, because, again, I love history. I love modern war history. I know the most about American, but, World War II was monumental for many different reasons. I think this is pretty cool. Hope you guys did too. I'll see you in the next one because I'm out.